That is Austin LaGrave, as the mini modifieds are ready to roll with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cars in this first qualifier. Here they come off turn number 4. Green flag is out as we kick off another Saturday night of short track racing, the Big A, and they're 3 wide already into turn number 1. John Bradley coming through on the inside, but it's Scott Richner who will have the lead. And the number 21 off turn 2, 3 wide off the second turn as the LaGrave 07 slides backwards. The 6 of Tyson Drown is in the third spot working on the outside of the racetrack. Here comes the 41 of Tim LaFountain on the inside line. He's grabbing the 4th spot as they complete lap number 1 with Scott Richner showing the way. Second is John Bradley in the number 69. Running in third is Tyson Drown in the 6th as Bradley tries to take the lead off turn number 2. Bradley's got the nose in front for the lead as they head for the third turn. It is Richner on the outside falling back to second. And now Tyson Drown coming on after him in the green number 6. Look at car number 47. He's starting to move on the very top of the racetrack. That is point leader Eric Sales. Sales has 4 wins in this division in 2012. He's the point leader by 101 whopping points. He's got a huge advantage. The leader is John Bradley in the 69. Then it's tied round in the number 6. The 41, Tim LaFountain, trying to take that third spot away from Scott Richner in car number 21. Richner trying to hang on to the third position and still has it at the line. Right behind the battle for third, it is side-by-side racing for the 5th spot. Eric Sales in the 47 is on the inside. He'll take 5th and now goes after 4th. He'll take that away from Richner. And next in line for Sales will be the 41 of LaFountain. In the 6th position right now is car number 16 for Dale O'Neill. O'Neill is also trying to gain a spot as he looks to the inside of the Richner 21. It is the 69 of Bradley leading by 5 car lengths off turn 2. And it's Tyson Drown in car number 6. LaFountain 41 works third. 4th is Sales in the 47. And it's the 16 of O'Neill now in the 5th spot. Richner back to 6th. Running in 7th is the 02 of Eric Riel. As the white flag is out, 1 lap to go for John Bradley. Bradley has 1 victory in 2012 in the mini modified division. Comes into the night the 7th place point man. He is one of 5 different drivers that have picked up a victory in a feature event this season as Richner goes through the bunker off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. Here comes Bradley off the 4th turn. The checkered flag is out, and John Bradley is going to get the win. Finishing in 2nd, it's going to be Eric Sales. 3rd, Tyson Drown. 4th to the 41 of LaFountain. 5th will be O'Neill in the 16. Then it's Riel in the 02, Richner in the 21. The 79 for Jay LaGrave. Then the Woodward. Then it's the 54 for Jason Christ, the 45 for Josh Laporte, and car number 2 for Jim Collins. So the second qualifier for the Busch Beer Mini Modifieds takes the green flag. Good start for the 13 of Josh Lavarnway. Lavarnway flies away off turn number 2, but it was too good a start for the, no, they're going to stay under green, it looks like. No, now the yellow call goes out. As the field slows down, headed towards turns 3 and 4. The 3 of Barcombe goes sliding towards the 3rd turn to jump on it, coming off of turn number 4, and it'll produce too much of a head start for the 13 of Lavarnway. Let's see if they can do a better job this time. Here they come off turn number 4. There's the green flag. And it's again Lavarnway flying off towards turn number 1. The Osier 15 bogs down that inside line. Montroy's boxed in the 71. He's got no place to go. The outside line just flies past. The 14 of Clark, the 86 of Turner, the 45 of Laporte, the 71 of Montroy moves down to the inside as everybody tries to dart past the 15 of Osier. Lavarnway comes off turn number 4. He's going to lead the first lap, and he's got a 3-car length advantage over the 3 of Barcombe. Then it is the 14 of Rob Clark running in the 3rd position. Josh Laporte in car number 45 works down the inside as Amber Turner's number 86 is on the outside. They race side by side down the backstretch. Josh Laporte stays in a little bit longer going to 3 and 4, and that allows him to take the 4th spot away. Turner goes back to the 5th position, but still feeling some heat as now challenging for that spot. In car number 2 is Jimmy Collins. Josh Lavarnway leads the 3, running in the 2nd spot. Then it's Clark in the 14 working at 3rd and now going after 2nd. Rob Clark, who picked up his first win of the season last Saturday, trying to take the 2nd position away. Josh Lavarnway at car number 13 is halfway home, but he's got a hot pursuit car in that number 14 coming after him. Rob Clark trying to finish the pass and take 2nd off turn number 2, but the 3 of Barcombe fights back on the outside. Now it is Clark gaining momentum, going to the 3rd turn, and he'll finish the pass for 2nd. Josh Laporte in car 45B is also closing in as he runs in the 4th position with 2 laps to go for Josh Lavarnway in the 13. Lavarnway's lead over Rob Clark is about 3 car lengths off of turn number 2, and Clark has been eating in to that advantage that Lavarnway has built up in this qualifier, and now it's down to a car length and a half. As they work off of turn number 4, they come down the front stretch. Rob Clark's in the mix here with 1 lap to go. He's just a car length off the back bumper, the 13 of Lavarnway. Lavarnway drifts up in turn number 2. Clark keeps it through the middle, down the backstretch. He's going to try to pull right onto the back bumper. No, Lavarnway stays in it longer, going to the 3rd turn. He's got a 2-car length advantage through turns 3 and 4. Here comes the 13 of Lavarnway off the 4th turn. He's going to win it. Clark finishes in 2nd. Barcombe finishes 3rd. 4th, Laporte. The race for 5th looks like Amber Turner by a nose on the outside. Then Jason Chris in the 54. Car number 2 for Jim Collins comes next. Then the 0, and Joe Daniels in the number 46 will bring them down to the stripe. First of 2 qualifiers for the Sportsman Modifieds tonight. All right, here comes the field through turn number 4. Down the front stretch. Green flag is out. They're running wheel to wheel to turn number 2. Oh, the 14 is off the pace. The 14 was slow going to the 2nd turn. It really boxed up the field. Jake Brannon was able to work past on the outside. Lonnie Rivers got snookered, and he had to get on the binders, and it cost him a couple of spots. The leader out front, it is the 46 of Joe Daniels. The 33 of Travis Bruno runs in the 2nd spot. Then it is the 1 of Jake Branham. Here comes Lonnie Rivers in the R7 underneath John Mike Brissett's number 14, who's back in the 5th spot now. Lonnie Rivers goes to the 4th position. Behind Brissett, it is the 24 of Susie, and then Brandon Atkins in the 1 New York. The lead for Joe Daniels is 3 car lengths off turn number 2. Travis Bruno in pursuit with the 33 car. And you've got a couple of fast runners battling for 3rd. Jake Branham in the 1 and the R7 for Lonnie Rivers. Rivers working right off of his back bumper, looking down to the inside off turn number 4, but Branham has good momentum built up off the 4th turn. He'll hold on to that 3rd spot. Now Rivers digging down to the inside off turn number 2. Rivers has the nose underneath as he tries to get that 3rd spot away. Both drivers stay on the hammer going into turns 3 and 4. Down on the inside it is Rivers. It is Branham up towards the wall along the front stretch halfway in this first qualifier for the Sportsman Modifieds. Joe Daniels leading still. It's a 3 to 5 car length advantage over Travis Bruno. Lonnie Rivers has taken the 3rd spot away from Jake Branham. And then it's a big gap back to John Michael Brissett in the 14, who runs in the 5th spot. Joe Daniels building the lead now. It's an easy 5 to 6 car lengths at the start-finish line. Travis Bruno's number 33 works in 2nd. Then it's Lonnie Rivers in the R7. Rivers trying to go after that 2nd position now. Again, working down on the inside line. Lonnie Rivers coming through off turn number 4, trying to take 2nd away. And at the line, he's got it. Travis Bruno in car number 33, drop kick back to the 3rd spot. But he gets a good run off turn number 2, trying to chase down Lonnie Rivers, but Rivers is able to hold him off and hang on to that 2nd spot. Running in 3rd is that 33 car for Bruno. Running in the 4th position, it is the 1 of Jake Branham. White flag is out for Joe Daniels. Daniels with a West Side Auto number 46, leading Lonnie Rivers by 5 car lengths. Couple of final turns to negotiate as he works into turn number 4 along the front stretch now. The checkered flag is out. It's going to be Joe Daniels for the win. 2nd to Lonnie Rivers. 3rd to Travis Bruno. Finishing 4th, Jake Branham. 5th is John Michael Brissett. Finishing in the 6th spot is Chris Susie. And then it is Brandon for the Sportsman Modifieds. 13 Sportsman mods signed into the Airborne garage this evening. And here they come off of turn number 4. Green flag is out, but I'm not sure it's going to stand. The field works off of turn number 2 as they race down the backstretch into the 3rd turn. It is the 7 of Aubin who is showing the way as they will stay under green. Cody Aubin leads with the 7. Then it's the 9J of Jimmy Introne, the 20 of Jamie LaFountain. The 29 of Nick Haywood has moved to 4, though. Oh, LaFountain's got the bunker. He's got a big piece of it, too. Look like some of those golfers that are struggling on the Links golf course in the British Open. He got a big part of the sand over there. And that cost him a couple of spots. Lost a spot to Nick Haywood as well as Sebastian Fournier in the 99. Cody Aubin in the 7 car leading. Jimmy Introne closing in the 9J. Looking inside going to the 3rd turn. And also closing in quickly is the point leader and 5-time winner. That would be Nick Haywood in car number 29 as Introne shoots for the lead going to turn number 1. He's got the inside line. He's trying to finish the pass off turn number 2. He will. Nick Haywood's going to go with him. Nick Haywood underneath the Aubin number 7, taking the 2nd spot. Aubin trying to fight back on the outside line, but here comes Nick through. Off of turn number 4, he'll be in that 2nd spot. Cody Aubin bounce back to 3rd. Halfway in the 2nd qualifier. Jimmy Introne in the 9J leading. Then it's the 29 of Nick Haywood working 2nd. 3rd is Aubin in the 7. Sebastian Fournier in the 99 closing in on the 7 car, looking for third. Then it is car number 20 for Jamie LaFountain in fifth. And then Speedy Brissett in the 0-3 in the 6th position. The 9J of Jimmy Introne leading by a car length off turn number 2. Nick Haywood looks topside. Now he'll follow him down the backstretch as Sebastian Fournier in the 99. The driver from St. Leonard, Quebec takes the EFG Excavation number 99 to the 3rd spot. Working past the Pepper-sponsored number 7 for Cody Aubin. 2 laps to go for Jimmy Introne. Nick Haywood looking to the top of the racetrack off turn number 2. He's got room on the outside. Now Introne drifts up in front, tries to take it away, but he has not been able to do it. The 29 of Haywood hangs with him on the top. Here comes Haywood taking it right to the wall, and along the front stretch, it's still Jimmy Introne leading to the white flag. Less than a lap remaining for Introne. Haywood tried the top of the racetrack, didn't work for him. Introne leads by 2 off the backstretch going to the 3rd turn. Jimmy Introne drifts up into the middle of the track. Haywood closes onto the back bumper. Now powers off of 4 down to the checkered flag. Introne wins. Haywood second. Fournier is third. Finishing in 4th, it looked like the 7 on the outside. In the TDI Repair X, he's from Sheldon, Vermont. That is Adam Bartamy. Row number 2 on the inside. On the Plattsburgh Radiator 02 from West Shazy is Mike Riel. On the outside in the Saranac Country Store number 2nd place point man. In the Fastenal Brossard Mazda sponsored number 10 from Candiac, Quebec, that is 2-time winner Pat McGrail. Here they come off of turn number 4. They're on the hammer and the green flag is out. Pierre Berthiaume in the M25. Adam Bartamy in the X. Run wheel to wheel for the lead off turn number 2. Down the backstretch going to 3. It's Bartamy who puts the nose in front. Pat Dupree goes to the top of the racetrack as well, trying to take second away. Mike Riel fighting it down on the inside line. He slides back to 4th. The leader is Bartamy from the outside of the front row. Running in the 2nd spot is Berthiaume. 3rd, it is the 24 of Dupree. Gets a real good run off too, and he gets right after Berthiaume in the M25. Dupree runs in the 3rd spot. 4th is Mike Riel. Right behind him it is Leon Gagnon in the 4. Gagnon trying to find a way around. Pat McGrail in car number 10 has been boxed. He goes to the extreme top of the racetrack to try to get around the 4 of Gagnon. It's not going to happen yet. Dupree has found the way underneath the M25. That puts him to the 2nd spot. Berthiaume goes back to 3rd. The leader is Adam Bartamy, and he is checking out. Bartamy's lead was half the front stretch. Dupree running in 2nd. Let's see if he can chase him down. Then it's Berthiaume 3rd. Remember, you want to be in the top 4. Right now, 2nd place point man Pat McGrail is going to be charging from deep in the field with that number 10 car because he is in the 6th position. Mike Riel trying to hold on to that 4th and final qualifying spot for handicap. Riel goes to the top off turn number 2. Leon Gagnon trying to build momentum down the backstretch in the 4 car, but it's still the 0-2 of Riel holding on to the 4th spot. Gagnon is right on the back bumper. McGrail looked high earlier to try to get around Gagnon, but was not able to do it. He'll go again to the top of the racetrack. Works the rim into turn number 2. McGrail's on the outside. McGrail's got momentum. Now Gagnon looks down to the inside of Riel. It's McGrail though on the top. McGrail around Gagnon. Now McGrail sizing up the 0-2 of Riel, and he's going to 4th. Pat McGrail takes the 4th position away with the Fastenal Racing number 10. And it is Mike Riel now running in 5th. Leon Gagnon is 6th. And the 100 for Roger Labreche runs in the 7th spot. Leading is Adam Bartamy in the TDI Repair X. Number of folks from TDI Repair that are with us here at Airborne this evening, and they are enjoying watching that X machine run with a half backstretch lead over the Saranac Country Store number 24 of Patrick Dupree. 3rd is Pierre Berthiaume in the M25. And then Pat McGrail in the 10 car has worked his way into that 4th and final transfer spot for qualifying purposes and for handicap as he is running in the 4th position with a 10. Mike Riel has been able to hang on to 5th. Leon Gagnon's looked high, looked low, but has not been able to get around. And now the white flag is out for Adam Bartamy. This is an impressive run for Adam. He has maintained a real quick pace around the Big A, and he is going to win this easily over Patrick Dupree. Here comes Bartamy off the 4th turn. The checkered flag is going to be out for the Sheldon, Vermont driver. Adam Bartamy gets the win. 2nd is Patrick Dupree. Finishing in the 3rd spot is going to be the M25 of Berthiaume. 4th is McGrail. 5th is Mike Riel. 6th is Leon Gagnon. And 6th driving the Gayosa Wine and Spirits Plumidor and Sons Trucking and Excavating number 80 from Morsonville. That is Andy Haywood. 6 cars ready to run in this second qualifier as the green flag is out. 1 car that is listed as a scratch, that is the 44 of Alain Fournier, who is from Three Rivers, Quebec. And the Fournier 44 a scratch. Look at the 80 of Haywood make a move down to the inside of Todd Stone. Haywood knows he wants to get handicapped. He's got to finish in the top 4, and this is kind of a stacked deck right now in this second qualifier. You've got some good cars, and it's not going to be easy to get to that top 4. You've got Lindemann, who's been getting better and better in that 3 car. The 76 of Wells, who won a race here last season, has struggled at times in 2012. But he's running well right now in the 2nd spot. Aaron Bartamy in the B3, who's a threat to win each and every week. He has won once this season with that B3 car. He's 3rd. And then you've got Haywood right now in 4th. Now behind him is the point leader in Todd Stone, last week's winner, sitting in the 5th spot. And then Greg Atkins, who finished 2nd last week, is right now stuck in the 6th position. If you don't finish in the top 4, you'll be starting outside the top 12. Todd Stone trying to get after the 80 of Haywood. Lights up that right rear tire over in turn number 2. Here comes Aaron Bartamy looking to take 2nd away from Mike Wells. The B3 is underneath off turn number 4, and he's got 2nd. Mike Wells goes back to 3rd. The 80 of Andy Haywood working in the 4th spot. Todd Stone still in 5th. Atkins taking a peek down to the inside. Was going to try to work the extreme inside line, but it wasn't there for him. He's still stuck in the 6th spot. Trying to chase down the 3 is the B3. Aaron Bartamy now 3 car lengths behind Andy Lindemann, the driver from Post-and-Kill, New York, who leads by 3 car lengths off the 2nd turn. Bartamy running in that 2nd spot. Mike Wells is still 3rd. Then it is 4th. Car number 84, Andy Haywood. Todd Stone mired in the 5th spot. Has not been able to make much progress on the 80 machine of Haywood. Bartamy is closed onto the back bumper. 6 laps complete in this one as we head towards 10 laps. 10 laps to distance in this 2nd qualifier. Top 4 pickup handicap, and right now the 3 of Lindemann is holding off the B3 of Aaron Bartamy, who's inside along the front stretch. Bartamy working the inside line, going to 1 and 2. Lindemann able to hold him off for now off turn number 2. Bartamy is still underneath. He'll try to stay underneath going to the 3rd turn. Lindemann working the middle of the racetrack. It's the B3 of Bartamy down on the inside line. It's still Lindemann holding the advantage as they get down to the stripe with 2 to go. Andy Haywood has moved past Mike Wells into the 3rd spot. Wells is now in 4th. Again, Bartamy looks for the lead off of turn number 2. It's a battle of 3s. The 3 on the top, the B3 down on the inside. B3 takes the lead going to turn number 4. Aaron Bartamy is going to be the leader. 1 lap to go for Aaron Bartamy. The TDI Repair X won the first qualifier. The TDI Repair B3 is in the lead in qualifier number 2. Here he comes through the 4th turn along the front stretch. Checkered flag is out. The TDI Repair team sweeps 1 and 2. Lindemann finishes 2nd. 3rd is Haywood in the 80. 4th, Todd Stone was in. And shotgun on the field. 7th starting spot for the North End Harley-Davidson, number 26. He is from Sable Forks. That is Todd Ormsby. 7 machines set to run. Qualifier number 3. Here they come. Off turn number 4. Green flag is out. Craig Riel in the CO2 leads the field. Oh, a little bumper tag over there off the 2nd turn. Chris Kay drifted up and got a piece of the left front of Max Vienne's number 25, but everybody's okay as they work into turn number 4. But a little push from the 55 in turn 4. Matt Woodruff's machine didn't want to turn left working through with the 4th turn that time. He's able to hold on to the 4th position, but George is after him. George Foley's on the outside running wheel to wheel down the backstretch. It's the 55 of Woodruff trying to hold on to 4th, but Foley got a real good run off the top of turn number 4. He's going to have 4th to the line. George Foley goes to the 4th spot. Craig Riel leads. Chris K.A. runs 2nd. Running in 3rd is the 25 of Max Vienne. And George Foley's in the 4th spot. Running in 5th is Matt Woodruff. 6th is Todd Ormsby. And in 7th is car number 17 for Jason Durgan. Craig Riel leading, and his lead is about 8 car lengths at the line. Chris K.A. and Max Vienne battling for the 2nd spot. K.A. is on the inside. Vienne drawing even going to turn number 3. K.A. stayed in a little bit longer. That allows him to hold the lead to the 4th turn. Down the front stretch, though, look at that 25. Pick up the left front tire. Gets on it, and the power down the front stretch had him in the 2nd spot. Now off of turn number 2. Let's see if he can finish the pass. Chris K.A. is down on the inside. I don't think he can get back to him. It's going to be the 25 in 2nd. And now let's see if Max can chase down Craig Riel with the CO2 as we're halfway. Craig Riel is leading. Max Vienne running in the 2nd spot. 3rd, Chris K.A. 4th is George Foley. Foley vaults off turn number 2. Boy, had a real good run. A lot of momentum built up off the 2nd turn, and he closed really quickly onto the back of the 18 of Chris K.A. Well, Foley is 4th. 5th is Matt Woodruff. 6th is Todd Ormsby, and 7th is Jason Durgan in that number 17. Craig Riel has maintained a pretty healthy lead from the early going in this qualifier, and it is almost still half the front stretch. The lead over Max Vienne in the Riegel Bakery number 25. Vienne out of Saint-Césaire, Quebec, using up that right rear tire to maintain speed off of turn number 2 is George Foley going after the 18 of Chris K.A. again on the top. Foley's been getting it done topside, and with 2 to go, he's in 3rd. George Foley goes around the top of the 18 at Chris K.A. to net the third spot. K.A. back to fourth now, but it's a gap. He's pretty safe. Top four will pick up handicap. He's pretty safe when you consider that he's got about 10 car length advantage over the 55 of Matt Woodruff with a white flag out. Well, this has been a stout run for Craig Riel with the CO2. He's looking real good off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. Craig Riel leads him into the fourth turn. Down the front stretch, the checkered flag's going to be out, and that is a nice win for Craig Riel in the CO2. Max Vian second, George Foley third, fourth, Chris K.A. Fifth goes to Matt Lee, and the newest member of the Win Club in 2012 for the Mini Mods, last week's winner, Rob Clark. All right, we're ready to go. The Mini Modifieds, 15 laps their distance this evening. Here they come down the front stretch. Green flag is out. 3 wide, racing for the second spot. Rob Sine in car number 3 is down on the inside line. He's back on board the 3 cars. They box it. Oh, Eric Riel's off the pace with the O2. The O2 is spitting and sputtering down the backstretch, and it looks like he's picked up speed as they race 4 wide through turns 3 and 4. We got a spinner over at turn number 4. A car backs it up towards the wall off the 4th turn, and the yellow flag is out. As one of the rear end first up towards the wall. Well, there's 3 laps complete. It's the 13 of Lavarnway, the 14 of Rob Clark, the 54 of Jason Christ running in the top 3. Keep an eye on the 47 of Sales. Eric Sales working on the top side of the 16 of Dale O'Neill. Now the 41 of Tim LaFountain. 3 wide along the front stretch with O'Neill way down on the inside line. LaFountain in the middle, the 47 of Sales on the top. Sales is going to pick up 2 spots. He's just outside the top 5, running in 6th. 4 laps complete. Lots of time for Eric Sales, the number 47. He is in the hunt and on the prowl looking for his 5th win of the year. But to do it, he's got some tough cars to work past in front of him. In front of him already, there are 3 vehicles that have won earlier this year, and here comes last week's winner, Rob Clark. Clark looking to go back-to-back in the mini-modified division, about to take the lead away from Josh Lavarnway. Lavarnway's on the outside, Clark is on the inside. They work off turn number 4, and the leader is now Rob Clark. Clark takes the lead in the 14. Lavarnway in the 13 car, looking back down to the inside line at turn number 2. Clark's got good momentum, though, on the top of the racetrack. He will pull away down the backstretch. Jason Christ is right there in the 54 car. And now in 4th in car number 47 is the Lake Clear driver, point leader Eric Sales. He's in 4th and just a few car lengths behind the 54 machine of Jason Christ. Christ is the 2nd place point man. Rob Clark leading by 2 car lengths. Side by side racing for 2nd now. The 13 of Lavarnway, the 54 of Chris. Right behind him it is the 47 of Eric Sales. Sales closing in on the battle for the 2nd spot. He's about to take 3rd away on the outside of Josh Lavarnway. We're halfway in this one. Rob Clark leading at the halfway point. Last week he had the lead fairly early in the race, and he had to hold off Eric Sales, who closed onto the back bumper in the last lap. Sales has made better progress towards the front in this race. But also there is Jason Christ, who is right on the back bumper in the 54. There was a car length advantage at the start-finish line for Rob Clark in the number 14. Jason Christ looks on the outside. There's a car off the pace. Oh, that's Josh Laporte, one of the top runners in the division. He is headed back to the garage area with the orange 45B. Now keep an eye on the leader. Rob Clark in car number 14 off of turn number 4 is under attack. The 54 of Jason Christ look to the outside off of turn number 4. Now down to the inside in turns 1 and 2. Clark leading off of turn number 2. He goes to the top. Jason Christ down to the inside. Clark pulls away down the backstretch. Inside 5 laps remaining for leader Rob Clark. The 47 of Eric Sales is still in the mix. He's working right behind the top 2 cars off of the 4th turn. Clark's lead was half a race car at the start-finish line. The 54 of Chris again looks to the inside. They're pulling up on some slower traffic. The 6 of Tyson Drown off the pace this evening. As the leader, Rob Clark, tries to go around Jason Christ, he'll be pinned behind that slower car. He's going to have to get on the binders. That gives Sales a run at him in the 2nd spot. A pretty good maneuver right there by Rob Clark as he picked the 54 behind the slower car of Drown. And he gained a couple of car lengths, but quickly Chris is able to pick him back up. And he also gained a couple of car lengths on the 47 of Sales. Now Sales looks down to the inside for that 2nd spot. Point leader Eric Sales trying to take the 2nd position away from the 54 with 2 laps to go. Rob Clark took the lead fairly well in the middle stages of the race this time around. He's leading by 2 car lengths as they battle for 2nd. That's fine with him. He'd like to see them continue to race side by side for the second spot. Forget about trying to contest for the win. Here comes Rob Clark looking to go back-to-back off of turn number 4. White flag is out. 1 lap to go for Rob Clark. Clark works through the middle of the racetrack off of turn number 2. The 47 of Sales and the 54 have a great battle going on for the second spot. But while that goes on, Rob Clark checks out. Here comes Rob Clark into turn number 4. Jason Chris still holding on to second for now. Off of turn number 4, down the front stretch. Checkered flag is out. The 14 wins it. The 54 is second. The 47 of Sales finishes in third. And a good battle for the 4th and 5th spot between the 16 of Dale O'Neill and the 13 of Josh Lavarnway. But the win goes to car number 14, Rob Clark. 7 of Eric Sales for second. Nice job by Jay with a Monster Energy drink number 54. Eric Sales finishes in the 3rd spot. And then it was Dale O'Neill finishing 4th in the number 16. And car 13 for Josh Lavarnway finishing in the 5th spot. Here's Rob Clark coming back along the front stretch to return the checkered flag.
Rob Clark unbuckles and gets ready to come out to the number 14 for his 2nd straight win here at Airborne. Back-to-back Saturday victories for Rob Clark. Getting congratulations from his friends and team. And we'll get a word with him in a moment as soon as he climbs out of the number 14. There he is. Let's hear for him. Rob Clark, winner of the Mini Modified Busch Beer feature. Rob, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Back-to-back wins 2 weeks in a row. Jason and Eric were fighting for it behind you, and that seemed to benefit you.
Yeah, it's good they were keeping each other busy because then they left me alone, so to speak. You know what I mean? That always makes things just a little tad easier, but you're never comfortable if you can see both of them in the mirror because they might just change their mind and decide to pounce on you instead. So they can keep it interesting, that's for darn sure. So.
What's working for this car the last couple weeks?
Hard work. These guys have worked for 2 years with the Neons trying to get everything tweaked out. 2 weeks ago, we put it down the turn 4 wall, totaled the car. Come back last week after a hard work week, worked our butts off, won the race, come back with the same car this week, and it's just hard work paying off finally for everybody, all the teams. Marsh's helps us out, Bob LaFountain, so many people, you know what I mean? And if it wasn't for our wives and families, would none of us be here either, so.
2 in a row, congratulations. There's your winner, Rob Clark. Rob?
Field, 20 laps is the distance. Here they come off of turn number 4. Sportsman Modified feature event is Undergreen. Joe Daniels from the outside of the front row takes the lead and leads him down the backstretch. He was really strong in his qualifier. Could this be the night that Joe Daniels breaks into the win column? He's running well off of turn number 4, and he will lead lap number 1. The 7 of Cody Aubin runs in the 2nd spot. Travis Bruno in the 33 works in 3rd. 4th is the 9J for Jimmy Atrone. Oh, look at the 29 go. Down to the inside, it's Nick Haywood trying to take a spot away from Jake Branham. On his back bumper is the R7 for Beekman Town's Lonnie Rivers. Rivers trying to follow him through on the inside line. It's the 46 of Joe Daniels out front. Jimmy Introne in the 9J to the underside of the 7 car of Cody Aubin. He'll move to the 3rd position. Aubin goes back to 4th. Then it's Sebastian Fournier in the 99 working in the 5th spot. Then Nick Haywood is up to 6th in the number 29. Joe Daniels leading by 5 car lengths off of turn 2. The 33 of Bruno is 2nd. 3rd is Introne in the 9J. Then Fournier in the number 99. Nick Haywood into the top 5. Here comes Lonnie Rivers trying to get that 6th spot. A battle of 7s. It's the lucky R7 that goes to the 6th position as they were 3 wide temporarily along the front stretch. Cody Aubin in the 7 works the middle line. Jake Branham down to the inside. Then right behind him it's the 20 for Jamie LaFountain in the Marcia Holmes sponsored machine. The leader out front in the West Side Auto 46 is Joe Daniels. His lead was 3 car lengths that time at the line. Travis Bruno is closing in the Gayosa Wine and Spirits number 33. Jimmy Introne 3rd. Here comes Haywood to the inside of the Fournier number 99. He'll take 4th away. And now Lonnie Rivers tries to follow that same line. Had to get on the binders though as the 99 took that whole shot away. So the 99 able to hold on to 5th for now as the R7 of Rivers had to get on the binders or else he would have plowed into that 99. Here's Travis Bruno looking for the lead in turn 3 and 4. Bruno dove down to the inside line. It was blocked by Daniels. Daniels will still have the lead of the line, but Bruno again is peeking down to the inside. A battle for the lead. Two drivers looking for their first win in the Sportsman Modified Division. Joe Daniels in the 46, leading to turns 3 and 4. Travis Bruno is all over him in the 33. He's looking back down to the inside line, right off that back bumper. Travis Bruno in the 33 follows him down to the first and second turn. Daniels works through the middle. Bruno bobbles down towards the inside. Now gets on the hammer, trying to get the nose underneath, going to 3. A little tap to the third turn. It's still Daniels showing the way. Bruno again with a peek down to the inside off of turn number 4. They race down the line. Bruno's there now on the inside. They go into the first turn. Travis Bruno on the inside of Joe Daniels trying to take the lead off turn 2. Travis Bruno has the lead off the second turn. Joe Daniels back to the second spot. Here comes Nick Haywood to third. Haywood was able to work past the Jimmy Introne 9J. He's got the third spot. Halfway for leader Travis Bruno. Bruno in the Gayosa Wine and Spirits 33, pulling away from Joe Daniels in the West Side Auto 46. And at the Budweiser 29 for Nick Haywood running at third. He's got a lot of ground to make up. Certainly a yellow flag would benefit him. And that's the last thing that Travis Bruno would want to see with the 33 car. Running in the fourth position. Oh, the 9J of Introne got a piece of Sebastian Fournier in the 99. The 9J pushed up the racetrack along the front stretch as Fournier was trying to make a move to gain position. He clipped the left front on the Fournier number 99. That pushed him up into the wall, and he had to get on the brakes. Lonnie Rivers in the R7 trying to get underneath the 9J of Introne. That would move him to the fourth spot. Nick Haywood is closed onto the back of the 46 of Joe Daniels. Good racing for the second position now. Good racing for fourth. Lonnie Rivers to the inside of the 9J of Introne. He'll take that spot away. Nick Haywood trying to find a way around Joe Daniels in the 46. Gives a little tap to the back. Get it towards turn number 1. Haywood is still there trying to get the nose underneath down the backstretch and take the second spot away. Travis Bruno with a sizable lead out front. It's half the front stretch for the 33 of Bruno, looking for his first win in the Sportsman Modified. Joe Daniels holds on to second at the line. Nick Haywood, though, in turn number 2 will have the advantage off the turn, and he's to second. Jimmy Introne in trouble with a 9J. He almost went sideways in the second turn. The 99 of Fournier is closed back in. Jake Branham is also in the mix now. I think the 9J may have perhaps a tire going down on the right rear. Or maybe something rubbing on that right rear tire with some of the smoke that we've seen from Introne. The leader is Travis Bruno. New chaser, it is the 29 of Nick Haywood in that second spot. A yellow flag would certainly bring him in the mix, but if he doesn't get a yellow flag, this is going to be Travis Bruno's first career victory in the Sportsman Modified Division. Bruno's lead is half the backstretch as he works into turn number 4 and along the front stretch, lap 17, about to go up on the board. The race for third, it is the 46 of Joe Daniels, then the R7 of Lonnie Rivers trying to take that spot away. Rivers working way down to the inside line, trying to get position underneath the 46. Popsicle sticks are going to be out this time for Travis Bruno. Bruno's got a real big lead, and he is in a good position for his first career win in a Sportsman Modified. Travis Bruno leading Nick Haywood. Haywood can see him, but there's nothing that he can do. He really needs a yellow to have any chance at all, and now the white flag is out. Good race for third still. Joe Daniels trying to hang on to that third spot. Lonnie Rivers trying to take it away. Final time for your leader. He is in turn number 3. Here comes Travis Bruno. The driver from Morrisonville gets his first career win in a Sportsman Modified. Second is going to go to Nick Haywood in the 29. The race for third is going to go to Joe Daniels in the 46. Then it's Lonnie Rivers in the R7 fourth. Fifth goes to Jimmy Introne in the 9J. Followed by Sebastian Fournier in the 99. He's 6th. Jake Branham 7th. Jamie LaFountain was 8th. 9th goes to the 14. The 9J of Introne now has come to a halt off the top of turn number 2, and now he'll try to get away and get a car between himself and Sebastian Fournier in that number 99. Earlier in the race, they were working along the front stretch, and the 9J clipped the left front of the 99. It pushed him up into the wall along the front stretch. Both cars eventually continued to run on the racetrack. The 9J finished in 5th, and the 99 ended up in the 6th spot.
There he is, folks. First Sportsman Modified win for Travis Bruno. Let's hear it for him. Always something special about a first career win And Travis Bruno gets it tonight in the Sportsman Modified Feature Race with a dominating performance in the second half of the 20-lap feature and pulled away to victory. Travis, come on over here and we'll get a word with you. Here he comes.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your first win. Tell us about your race. You pulled away in the second half and just kept getting stronger and stronger.
Yeah, I think I was driving the car slower tonight than I ever have all year, and I just kept looking up at Butch, and he kept telling me I had a pretty good lead, so that's the way I kept driving it.
All year long, I know it's a challenge every week to come out here and perform your best. What made it click this week?
I tell you what, I got to thank my sponsors a lot. That's what makes it click every week. Iosa's Wine and Spirits stepped up in a big way for us this year. You go down there and get all your party needs. If you're supporting them, you're supporting us. Adirondack Siding, Adirondack Water Systems, and for sporting this class too. Lana's Daycare, Bruno's Repair Service, and I want to thank the 10 modified team today. They've been helping us out all day, and they brought us a long ways.
This could be the start of a good second half of the season for Travis Bruno, your winner in the Sportsman Modified. Rob?
Row number 10 on the inside from St. Remy, Quebec, as he had problems earlier as well. All right, ready to run 30 laps the distance tonight for the Ernie's Discount Tools Modifieds. Here they come off of turn number 4. Green flag is out. Off the top of the racetrack, Craig Riel takes the lead down the backstretch. Adam Barnaby peeks down to the inside of Pierre Bertillon in the M25 tonight. Bertillon runs in that second spot. Barnaby will follow him off of turn number 4. Now looks to the inside down the front stretch for second. Adam Barnaby's on the inside of the M25, the VN Motorsports machine being driven in by tonight by Pierre Bertillon. He's back to the third spot as Adam Barnaby goes to second. Craig Riel is the leader. Running in the second position now is Barnaby. Working in third is Bertillon, who pushes badly up towards the wall in turn 4. Oh, a good save by Pat Dupree. That M25 was evil over in turn number. Oh, but look out, 3 in the M25 have contact off turn 2. The 3 pushed badly up the racetrack right into the line of Bertillon in the M25. Bertillon was headed right towards the wall that last lap off at the 4th turn. Now Max Vienne trying to get to the inside of Bertillon. 3 wide off of turn number 2. Vienne down to the inside. Barnaby on the outside as they go around the M25. Foley now looking out of the inside as well. That M25 of Bertillon is sliding back through the field. Craig Riel is the leader. Adam Barnaby runs in the second position. Running in third is Patrick Dupree. It's a log jam from there on back. It is the 3 of Post and Kill New York's Andy Lindemann. Then the 25 of Max Vienne. Vienne trying to come to the inside to get fourth. Look at Foley go. Foley's on a rail. He's following through on the inside line, and he's going to get past the 3 of Lindemann, perhaps off of turn 2. Todd Stone is also moving. The 10 of Patrice McGrail realizes he's got to go, but he can't get around the 80 of Andy Haywood. Haywood broke his momentum that time off turn number 2. Now it's the 10 to the top of the racetrack off turn number 4. Here comes McGrail down the front stretch. Again, Haywood holds him off. The leader is Craig Riel. Here comes Adam Barnaby looking outside, perhaps ready to make a pass for the lead. 6 laps complete in this one. It is still Craig Riel leading as he'll lead him down the front stretch, holding on by a car length. Second is Adam Barnaby. Third and closing in is Patrick Dupree in the 24. George Foley looks outside Max Vienne. They're running wheel to wheel off the second turn for the 4th spot. Vienne's on the inside. Foley's on the top of the racetrack. Wheel to wheel, those 2 drivers. As for the lead, it is still Adam Barnaby looking outside into turns 1 and 2. The TDI Repair X for the Sheldon, Vermont driver. Adam Barnaby trying to take the lead away from Craig Riel. Riel holding the lead, still holding serve as we're about to put lap number 9 up on the board. Craig Riel started on the outside of the front row, took the lead in turn number 2 on the first lap. He's about to give the lead up. Here comes the X of Barnaby, powering past on the outside for the lead. Adam Barnaby takes the lead, finishes the pass into 3 and 4. He'll lead lap number 10. Here comes Barnaby along the front stretch. He's the leader. Craig Riel is second. Pat Dupree is starting to hunt him down. Dupree looks to the outside. The Saranac Country Store 24 is rolling. Foley is into the 4th spot now. He's going to begin the chase. The cream is moving towards the top in this one. You've got 5th spot, Max Vienne. 6th, here comes Pat McGrail around the outside of Todd Stone. McGrail's flying right now. No, that's Barnaby in the B3, but McGrail's right behind him. Barnaby in the B3 trying to gain the spot around Stone. Vienne is still down on the inside. Then McGrail trying to close in this mix as well. A lot of wheel-to-wheel racing. This has been a good one. Patrick Dupree goes around Craig Riel. He'll take the 2nd spot. George Foley trying to close in, but you've got a real good 4-car battle right now for the 5th spot. Smoke billowing out of the 76. That's Mike Wells. He's going to go around. He's putting fluid down, perhaps on the racetrack, got into his own fluid, and that's going to bring out a yellow flag. Careful, the leaders are going to have to tip they can get with 12 laps complete on our way to number 30. Slow pace as they get on the hammer. Now off of turn number 4, down the front stretch, green flag. Wheel to wheel, they race into turn number 2. Patrick Dupree is on the top. Barnaby down to the inside. Dupree got a good run. Barnaby had the rear end kick out on him a little bit coming off of turn number 2. Now George Foley is going after him as well. Patrick Dupree is the new race leader. Dupree takes the lead on lap number 13. Barnaby runs in the 2nd spot. George Foley is running 3rd. Dupree tries to pull away down the backstretch from the X of Adam Barnaby. Then it's Foley in the 34 car running in that 3rd spot. Running in 4th right now is Craig Riel. Then it's Aaron Barnaby in the 5th position with the B3. Patrice McGrail, the number 10, has gone to the 6th position. The 25 of Max Vienne pushes up the track in 2. Had to get on the binders to collect that race car. That allows McGrail to go past. But McGrail has worked past the 1 of Todd Stone. Halfway in this one, halfway. Patrick Dupree leading by 5 car lengths off of turn number 2. Adam Barnaby trying to hang with him. George Foley in 3rd. Foley was going after Barnaby for that 2nd spot, but right now he's falling back behind that X. Foley in the 3rd position. Craig Riel in 4th. Here comes Pat McGrail outside Aaron Barnaby. McGrail in the 10, looking to get around the outside of the Barnaby B3. They are racing right now for the 5th position. Give it to McGrail on the outside. Here comes McGrail trying to get 2 for 1. McGrail on the outside has 4th. That was a heck of a move by Pat McGrail, who dirt tracked through turns 3 and 4 along the top of the racetrack, stayed in it, heavy power all the way around the turn, and eventually got the B3 and the CO2 in one fell swoop. McGrail goes to 4th. George Foley looking at the back of the X, trying to find a way around and get to that 2nd spot. Patrick Dupree has been checking out on the X of Adam Barnaby. The lead is now a dozen car lengths along the front stretch. Barnaby hanging on to 2nd, working in 3rd. It is still Foley in the 34. McGrail is closing in on those 2 cars as he is in the 4th spot. Good battle for 5th. Here comes Aaron Barnaby on the outside. Barnaby goes around the CO2 of Craig Riel. He'll take 5th. Riel back to the 6th spot. Running in the 7th position now, it is Todd Stone. Stone trying to get past on the outside. Max Vienne sliding back through the field with a 25. He has now lost a position to Andy Haywood in the number 80. Patrick Dupree continues to pull away as lap number 21 shows up on the board. Dupree's got a sizable advantage over Adam Barnaby X. Barnaby, it looked like, was losing some ground not only to Dupree, but found the 34 closing in, but now he has pulled back away from the 34, and the 34 may have his hands full very soon with the 10 of Pat McGrail. McGrail has closed to 2 car lengths off the back of the 34 down the backstretch. And it's a pretty sizable gap to the B3 of Aaron Barnaby, who right now is in the 5th spot. 6th is Todd Stone, 7th is Craig Riel, 8th is Andy Haywood. Running in the 9th position, it is Max Vienne, and rounding out the top 10 is Greg Atkins in the 1 New York. McGrail is on the back bumper of the 34. I think McGrail, time-wise, would have something for the 24, but right now he just can't get around. He's trying to find a way around the 34 of Foley. Now goes to the outside of Foley off of turn number 2. Here comes Pat McGrail off 2 down the backstretch. Wheel-to-wheel racing 4 position. Foley races him hard into turn 3. Off of turn number 4, McGrail will try to finish. They almost touch. They perhaps did touch in turn number 4, and Foley holds him off. McGrail back onto the bumper of the 34, trying to build up momentum off of turn number 2. Foley not wanting to give that spot up. McGrail in the 10 machine, look to the outside, now back in line following the 34. That is the best battle on the racetrack for position. Patrick Dupree continues to have a sizable advantage over Adam Barnaby, who is in 2nd. 3rd is George Foley. 4th is Pat McGrail. 5th is Aaron Barnaby in the B3. 6th, Todd Stone, who is closed in on the B3's back bumper. McGrail still on that back bumper of the 34, but Foley is able to pull away off of turn number 2. McGrail really had to work hard to get that car towards the front. I'm not sure he's got much left in the tire department. 2 laps to go for Patrick Dupree. We got a yellow. Yellow flag is out. Greg Atkins and Max Vienne off of turn number 2 That's going to start. The race is controlled right now by the 24, Patrick Dupree. Let's see if Adam Barnaby can go right with him. Here they come down the front stretch. Green flag. Dupree off turn number 2. The lead is 2 car lengths. McGrail gets a good run, but again, that run has to be broken. As he got on the binders, now looks outside the 34. The 34 tries to hang on to that position. McGrail was going to try to slingshot it, looked like, back down to the inside, and Foley again holds him off. Popsicle sticks were out that time by. 2 laps remaining. McGrail again trying to size up George Foley. Foley's been done a nice job to hang on to that 3rd spot. He's made that car pretty wide at times to keep McGrail from going around. White flag is out. Patrick Dupree in the Saranac Country Store number 24, looking for his 2nd win of the year. Watch that battle for 3rd. Wheel to wheel going to turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Here comes the winner down the front stretch. It's Patrick Dupree in the 24. 2nd goes to the X. 3rd to Foley. 4th goes to the 10 of McGrail. And then it's the B3 of Aaron Barnaby finishing in the 5th.
So nice job by Patrick Dupree.
All right, waiting for Pat to hop out of his car. George Foley had a heck of a battle tonight with Pat McGrail for that 3rd spot. He eventually finishes in the 3rd position. A good run for George the 3rd. Adam Barnaby with an excellent run, led a number of laps in this one. He finishes in 2nd. And Patrick's climbing out of his car. This is his 2nd win. Give a nice round of applause, everyone. Patrick Dupree gets win number 2 of 2012 for the Fournier Farm Equipment Saranac Country Store number 24. You got everything that you need. You got the hat, you got the water, and you got the checkered flag. Boy, it has been an up and down season for you at times this year with the 24, trying to figure things out. We've seen your team struggle unlike a number of years here. Back to victory lane, it has to be gratifying.
Yeah, it feels really good. Like I said, just ups and downs. A couple strokes of bad luck. We're not used to it, but we're fighting back, and car was really good tonight. It was actually a little bit loose, but had a pretty good starting position, and once you get clean air, it's really nice.
What was the difference tonight in terms of the car, and it handled certainly the way you wanted it to handle, and you were able to work your way pretty quickly towards the front of the field?
Yeah, we're finally getting it to respond the way we want it to. So it's like, when you're chasing a loose condition and you actually can fix it, it's a really good feeling. So we're getting the car to come back to us.
Tell me about the restart where you took the lead away from Adam Barnaby.
Yeah, well, I knew it was pretty good on the high side, and Adam was really fast. Obviously, in the heat race, it's broken.
No, it's good.
And
check. There it is. Go.
I just knew I had to stay in the gas and take it on the high side, as hard as I could and hope it stuck, and it did. Car was good.
Well, congratulations on getting that 2nd victory. Nice job, Pat.
Thank you.
All right, that's Patrick Dupree, everybody, as he gets his 2nd win of 2012. Total of 100 green flag laps tonight for the Key RD Trailer Sales Renegade division. Drivers in this division were amped up, getting ready for this race tonight. Here they come off turn number 4. Green flag is out. Kurt Seymour on board the 357 has the lead over in turn number 2. Starts on point, tries to pull away. You've got Joe Warren in car number 13 to the inside of Vern Woodard going for that 2nd spot. Jason McClatchy with a bold move right down in front of the 11 of Lance Raptoy into the inside of the 73 to take 3rd. And the leader of lap number 1 is Curtis Seymour. 26 cars taking the green flag in this one. The field racing side by side for the 4th spot. You've got the 11 of Lance Raptoy coming through the inside. The 73 of Vern Woodard sliding back to 5th. Here comes the 23 for John Boutin. Boutin looks to get to the top 5. He's got his brother Kevin off the back bumper, and we've got a yellow. Yellow flag is out. There is debris on the racetrack, and it is on the entrance to turn number 3. It's been quickly picked up, Zah. So we'll go again with Kurt Seymour in the 357. Joe Warren in car number 13 is at his door, and they are ready to cook. Here they come off of turn number 4. They're on it, coming down the front stretch. There's the green flag. Warren from the outside gets a good restart, gets the nose out in front. I think he's about to take the lead off 2 down the backstretch. Joe Warren on the outside line. He's got good momentum going to 3 and 4, works it through the middle of the racetrack. He'll take it right to the wall off turn number 4, down the front stretch. Joe Warren is going to take the lead on lap 2. Kurt Seymour in the second spot. Lance Raptoy on the outside trying to get the third. Then it's the 70 of McClatchy. McClatchy running in the 4th spot. Then you've got car number 28 for Ryan Booten. Kevin Booten is into the 6th position. He's gained a couple of spots since the restart. 44 of Tyler Terry is on the move. Tyler Terry started 12th, and he is moving towards the top 5 as well, as right now he runs in the 7th position. Kevin Booten trying to get into the top 5. He's got his brother at his door on the outside. The 28 is Ryan, the 25 is Kevin. The Bootens race side by side. You've got 3 wide running towards the back of the pack. Look at Rick Donor. The 08, the car for Andrew Bordeaux. Cars passing him left and right as he was in trouble in turns 3 and 4. Here is Lance Raptoy trying to get around the outside of Curtis Seymour in the 357. The 70 McClatchy had to get on the binders. That put him a little squirrely in turn number 2, and that gives a good run to the inside line of Kevin Booten. McClatchy comes back now on the outside. Jason McClatchy in car number 70 putting up a good fight as that inside line is trying to move. The 357 of Curtis Seymour. Let's see where he goes. He pushes up to 2. Can Booten get to the inside? No. Off turn number 2, didn't quite have the momentum to battle for the inside position. Now McClatchy is there on the outside, and Booten could be boxed. Kevin Booten stuck behind the 357 of Curtis Seymour. That may cost him a spot or 2. As here comes the 28 of Ryan Booten around the outside. Joe Warren leads by 2 car lengths over Lance Raptoy. Jason McClatchy runs 3rd. Here comes the 28 of Ryan Booten to the outside, trying to grab the 4th spot. The 357 right now is 5th, and Tyler Terry's got an impressive run going on in the early stages of this race. Tyler Terry, the number 44, is now into the 5th position on the outside. He started 12th, so in 7 laps he's gained 7 spots. A good start for Tyler Terry in the 44. Kevin Booten now gets to the outside line. He'll try to work around the 357, and Josh Terry is also moving towards the front. He started 14th, so both of the Terry boys are moving towards the front of the field. Joe Warren continues to work out front. The lead is 2 car lengths over Lance Raptoy. Then it got back to Jason McClatchy in the 70. Ryan Booten with a heck of a run off, too. Had a whole bunch of momentum working for him, and then had to get on the binders going to 3. Oh, look how we got a mess. Curtis Seymour in the 357 gets a piece of one of the inside tire barriers. That's going to bring out a yellow flag. Yellow flag. Joe Warren and Lance Raptoy. Here they come now, picking up the pace off of turn number 4. They come down along the front stretch. There's the green flag. Field races off in a 1 and 2. Side by side racing back through much of the field. Joe Warren pushes up in turn number 2. Lance Raptoy gets a real good run on the outside. Here comes Lance Raptoy, sticking the nose out in front. Joe Warren comes back after him on the inside. Seesaw battle now for the lead of the 13. Takes the lead back away off turn number 4. He's going to be on and still lead. Half car length is the advantage for Joe Warren in the 13. Lance Raptoy got a little loose that time at a 1 and 2. Now moves down to the inside line. Look at Lance Raptoy make that move off turn number 2 down to the inside line. Lance Raptoy in car number 11 trying to get the nose underneath the 13 of Joe Warren. He's going to go right to the wall this time in that 13 car, and he's still the leader. Ryan Booten in the car number 28. He is moving towards the front. Booten trying to get that 3rd spot away from Jason McClatchy. Kevin Booten in car number 25 also looking to move on the outside line. Joe Warren hangs on to the lead. Lance Raptoy still there on the inside in car number 11. Side-by-side racing for the lead. Side-by-side racing for 3rd. Side-by-side racing for 4th or 5th, make that. Lance Raptoy still on the inside off of turn number 2, going down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Raptoy gets back underneath as they work off the 4th turn. They come along the front stretch. It's still going to be Joe Warren hanging on the lead. Lance Raptoy hanging right with Joe Warren on that inside line. He's making it stick. And it seems as though lap by lap he might be gaining just a little bit. That's a real good sign for Lance and his team that car is working so well down on the inside. Throw a blanket on the top 4 cars, just about dead even off 2. Joe Warren got a good run that time off the top of the 2nd turn. Lance Raptoy coming back on the inside line. Coming back after him. Right behind him, McClatchy in the 70 and Ryan Booten in the 28. Kevin Booten's there in the 25 as he got past Tyler Terry. Side-by-side racing for the lead continues. It's been that way since the restart on lap number 9. Now Lance Raptoy has the nose in front. Going to turn number 3. Warren comes back on the outside. They continue to run door to door off of turn number 4. Down to the line, it's still Joe Warren, that time by 2 feet. Joe Warren still had the lead by a couple of feet at the start-finish line. The 11 of Lance Raptoy hanging right with him. And then side-by-side racing for third. A lot of side-by-side through the field. We got a spinner over at turn number 2 that's Pugh, but he keeps it rolling. We should stay under green. The smoke clears from turn number 2. Joe Warren trying to finish that pass on Lance Raptoy, but there again, Raptoy got a great run that time off turn number 2. He found more running room through the middle of the turn as Joe Warren went to the top of the racetrack off the second turn, and this time at the line, Lance Raptoy's got the lead. Lance Raptoy leads for the first time in this one. Third different leader of this race. First it was Kurt Seymour, then it was Joe Warren. Lance Raptoy led that lap. Here comes Joe Warren back after him. Joe Warren on the outside line, coming back down to the stripe. He's got the lead back. Josh Allen in car number 10 has taken his car down on the pit road. Joe Warren's got momentum built up on the outside. They're coming up on a slower car. That's the Brian Pugh number 29. He certainly could impact things here as the leaders work up side by side right behind him. We'll see what line Pugh tries to follow with the 29 if he keeps it down to the inside line. And that may snooker the 11 and an entire inside line. Look at Tyler Terry go around the 25 of Kevin Booten. Tyler Terry moving on the outside. Here come the leaders off of turn number 4. Pugh trying to pull down to the inside. That snookers the 11 of Raptoy. Joe Warren is able to pull away now by a car length. He'll finish the pass. He can go wherever he wants. The lap car certainly benefiting the 13 of Joe Warren there. As Warren wisely driving the line to snooker Lance Raptoy behind the slower car. Joe Warren leading. We're approaching the halfway point of this first segment. Lance Raptoy runs second. Ryan Booten has been awesome on the outside with car number 28. He's still third. Jason McClatchy's there. Tyler Terry's there. Kevin Booten. Josh Terry still in the mix with car number 43. Richie Turner into the top 10. Brian Chris as well. Rick Donor all the way towards the top 10. Right now, Rick Donor runs 10th. He started 22nd on the grid. Yellow flag comes out. We've got a spin over at turn number 2, and it appears as though a broken axle for the 5 of Mark Caron. Who's been able to dial it in just right to allow them to get across that finish line first. All right, 22 complete, 28 to go to get to the finish of the first segment. Green flag is back out. 13, Joe Warren. 3 wide off turn number 2. The 44 of Tyler Terry down to the inside. The meat and the sandwich is the 28 of Ryan Booten. The 70 of McClatchy's on the outside. Kevin Booten's on the outside as well. Kevin Booten trying to go to the outside of his brother Ryan in car number 28. The leader is still Joe Warren. Lance Raptoy. Ryan Booten with a great save. Might have got a little tap from the 98 along the front stretch. Kevin Booten was able to get past. Josh Terry was able to get underneath. And not a good restart for Ryan Booten in car number 28. He lost several spots. Battle for the lead. Joe Warren on the inside. Lance Raptoy on the outside. Raptoy might take the lead this lap. He's got it again. Lance Raptoy leads lap number 24 that goes up on the board. Raptoy had the lead from the outside line. Can he finish the pass? Yes, Lance Raptoy will take the lead away from Joe Warren. He can work whatever line he wants. Look at the outside line for Jason McClatchy. McClatchy in third on the outside. Tyler Terry running in fourth on the inside line. Kevin Booten is fifth. Josh Terry is sixth. Ryan Booten has gone back to the 7th spot. 8th is Brian Chris. Here comes Donor on the outside. He's going to the 9th spot. Around the outside of Richie Turner. Turner back to 10th now at car number 17. Running in 11th is still the H2O. That's Rob Gordon. Big Daddy works in the 12th spot. That's the 69 of Franklin. Then it's the 73 of Woodard who's 13th. Rob Cummings is 14th in the number 9. 15th is Curtis Seymour in the 357. Lance Raptoy starting to check out. It's a 3-car length advantage over car number 13 of Joe Warren. Side by side racing for third. Here comes Tyler Terry in the 44. Jason McClatchy still on the outside, still third. The TDI repair, number 70 of McClatchy working on that outside. Kevin Booten right behind. It's a 3-car battle for third. Off of 2 down the backstretch going to 3. Here comes Josh Terry driving it hard into turns 3 and 4. He wants in the mix. He wants to make it a 4-car battle for the third position. Lance Raptoy's lead is about 2.5 car lengths. Raptoy, that lap, a 20.2 on the time chart, a 20.3 turned by Joe Warren. So Raptoy was about a 1/10 of a second quicker that last lap. Side-by-side racing for spots 3, 4, 5, 6. Terry in the 44, McClatchy in the 70, Josh Terry in the 43, and Booten in car number 25. They're chasing down Joe Warren. That 13 car appears to be going away a little bit now. Joe Warren coming. Oh, look out. There might have been contact. Tyler Terry, Joe Warren. Warren is sideways going to turn number 3. Yellow flag is out. The 13 was... The 1 car started 22nd. The H2O car started 24th. They're now 7th and 8th. 29 laps complete. 21 remain. Segment 1. Green flag. 3-time winner Jason McClatchy now at the door of the 11 of Lance Raptoy. McClatchy gets a good run off too. Raptoy works through the middle of the racetrack. He's hanging right with him down the backstretch. Here comes Booten. Booten looking to hook to the back bumper of the 11 car down on the inside line. See if that inside line can roll. Off of turn number 4, a little bit of a wiggle for the 70 McClatchy. We've got a new leader. McClatchy becomes the 4th different leader. The Aaron's Renegade 100 as he will lead lap number 30. Oh, Lance Raptoy sideways off 2. He'll lose 1 spot. He loses 2 spots. He loses 3 spots, falling back to 5th. Here comes Josh Terry for the lead. Josh Terry sideways off turn number 4. Down on the inside, it's still going to be McClatchy. McClatchy has the lead in car number 70, but Josh Terry in the 43 is there on the inside line. He pushes up off of turn number 2. Brian Chris is on the outside. He's running real well tonight. Kevin Booten is there in car number 25. See, you throw a new TV out in front of these guys and they'll race like heck. At the line, it is still McClatchy showing the way. McClatchy leading. The 43 of Josh Terry is second. Brian Chris runs in third. Kevin Booten now right behind Terry. Brian Chris in the 98 working to the outside of Josh Terry. Also on the move, it is the 11 of Lance Raptoy coming back towards the outside. Robert Gordon moving towards the front. Rick Donor is slowing in the 1 car. Donor, since the restart, is falling back a little bit with his car number 1. The leader, Jason McClatchy, leads by 2 car lengths. He's trying to pull away from Josh Terry. On the outside, Brian Chris. Now Kevin Booten 4th. Lance Raptoy in car number 11, 5th. Since that restart, he's fallen backwards. The 98 almost got a piece of the wall off turn number 4. The 25 of Booten trying to get underneath the 98 for third. I think he's going to have it now, eyeing the 43 to the inside. Booten trying to get the nose underneath. Here comes Kevin Booten to the inside into turn number 4. It's still Jason McClatchy out front. Can Booten get to the second spot? Not yet. 35 laps on the board, 15 laps remain in this first segment. It's McClatchy leading off 2 by a car length. The 70 is showing the way. The 25 is closing in. He has the sights set on car number 70, trying to get that second spot away from Josh Terry. Here comes the 25 of Booten. He's got second at the line. Jason McClatchy, little contact at turn number 1. McClatchy trying to hang on. Booten coming after him. 3 cars battling for the lead. Down the backstretch they go to turn number 3. Booten's on the inside. McClatchy on the outside. Here they come off of turn number 4. It's still going to be McClatchy at the line, I believe. Still holding on to McClatchy. His lead was 2 feet at the start-finish line. Kevin Booten, car number 25, down on the inside. Jason McClatchy on the outside. Booten puts the nose out in front, going to 3. McClatchy trying to come back after him on the outside. Booten and McClatchy are dead even. They touch in turn 4. Down the front stretch to the line. The leader is Kevin Booten. Booten becomes the 5th different leader. Booten has the lead on lap number 38. The 70 of Jason McClatchy sliding back a little bit now. He'll follow through in line. Gives a tap to the back of the 25 going to turn number 4. Pushes him up the racetrack. Down the front stretch. Booten is pulling away. It's a car length advantage for the 25. McClatchy in car number 70. in the second spot. Josh Terry is third. Fourth is Brian Chris. Fifth now is Lance Raptoy in car number 11. Sixth is Rick Donor. That car has come back to life. It looked like Donor was starting to fade, but he's now back to sixth. Joe Warren's in trouble. Joe Warren in car number 13 is sliding back. Second place point man Joe Warren is off the pace in turn number 4. He's still rolling along the front stretch. His crew trying to wave to him, signal him that he needs to come in. There's a problem on the 13. He's going to try to lip back to the garage area, but this is going to knock him out of contention, certainly. The 25 of Booten is pulling away from the 70 of McClatchy. The lead is 3 car lengths off 2. Down the backstretch, Booten leading, McClatchy second, Terry running in third. Here comes Lance Raptoy in car number 11, trying to get back into the 4th position. Lance Raptoy is one of the big stories of this first half segment. Booten in the 25, pulling away from Jason McClatchy that last lap. It was a 19.9 for Kevin Booten, a 20 flat for Jason McClatchy, so Booten is about a 1/10 of a second quicker as he tries to deal with the 44N of Brandon Nolan. He puts him a lap down. Lap number 44 about to go up on the board, and it's now Josh Terry closing in on Jason McClatchy. Kevin Booten has a big lead out front. His lead is about 10 car lengths at the line. It's the biggest lead we've seen for any driver to this point. Oh, McClatchy trailing smoke. McClatchy may be having some trouble. He appears to be falling back into the clutches of the 43 of Josh Terry. Halftime could not come soon enough right now for some of these teams. You can see some of these race cars starting to go away. One of them is not the number 25 of Kevin Booten. 5 laps remain in the first half. We approach halftime. Again, some smoke as McClatchy got on the binders going to turn number 1. Josh Terry still running in third. Lance Raptoy fourth. Rick Donor into the top 5 for the first time. 6th is Brian Chris. 7th is Robert Gordon. 8th is Ryan Booten. 9th is the 17 of Richie Turner. Rounding out the top 10 is Don Franklin. 11th is Curtis Seymour. 12th is Rob Favreau. 13th is the number 23. That is John Booten. 14th is Andrew Bordeaux. 15th is Larry Underwood. 16th is Vern Woodard. 17th is Jimmy Varno. 18th is the 9 for Rob Cummings. Those cars continue on the lead lap. Behind the wall now is Joe Warren in car number 13. Tyler Terry in car number 44 is also behind the wall. So you had 2 cars in the early stages of this race that were key players. They are now out of this one. They may get back on the track, but they are not in contention for the win. Kevin Booten with a huge lead out front. Booten works into turns 3 and 4 as Josh Terry again eyes the back of that 70 car. Jason McClatchy trying to get to second. Lap number 49 goes up on the board. Booten has visions of a nice big 42-inch TV sitting somewhere in his house. And I bet his family has even bigger visions about what they're going to do with that 42-inch TV. Here comes the leader off of turn number 4 down along the front stretch. Kevin Booten leads at lap number 50. As the field races around off of turn number 4, everyone has now crossed the start-finish line. That's going to bring out the yellow flag. The first half is over. The leader is car number 25, Kevin Booten. Jason McClatchy is second. Third is Josh Terry. Fourth is Lance Raptoy in car number 11. Running in 5th is Rick Donor in car number 1. And 6th is Brian Chris. 7th is the H2O of Rob Gordon. 8th is the 28 of Ryan Booten. 9th is Richie Turner. In 10th is Don Franklin. Curtis Seymour is 11th. 12th is Rob Favreau. 13th, but he like 1,200 more. And he's coming from deep in the field. 50 laps. Here they come into turn number 4. Down the front stretch. Green flag. Josh Terry on the outside trying to take the lead from Jason McClatchy. As the field races off of turn number 2, Terry throws the nose out in front. Here comes McClatchy back on the inside line. McClatchy drives it deep to turn number 4. Off the 4th turn, down the front stretch. Here comes Terry on the outside. Down to the line. It looked like Terry by a nose. close at the line for the lead. If that's the case, if it was Josh Terry, he would become the 6th different leader in that number 43. Still side-by-side racing for the lead. Side-by-side racing for third. Keep an eye on Kevin Booten, who is trying to race his way towards the top 10. Josh Terry again had the lead at the line. He'll lead lap numbers 51 and 52. Looks like the 70 was a little loose that time over in turn number 2. The rear end kicking out on McClatchy. Now the 43 on the outside line trying to tiptoe through the top of the turn. The 70 coming back after him on the inside. Down to the line. It's still Terry by inches. Josh Terry on the outside holding on to the lead. Rick Donor is now third. Look at Rob Gordon fourth. Lance Raptoy is fifth. Sixth is Brian Chris. Seventh is Ryan Booten. Eighth is Don Franklin. Ninth, Richie Turner. Curtis Seymour still rounding out the top 10. 3 cars battling for the 11th spot. You've got the Putin 23, Favreau in the 22, and the 08 of Andrew Bordeaux. Jason McClatchy has taken the lead back away from the 43 of Josh Terry. The 1 of Rick Donor trying to move to the 2nd spot. Donor trying to come through on the inside line to grab 2nd away, and he will. Jason McClatchy leads. Rick Donor is now the new chaser. The 43 of Josh Terry runs 3rd. 4th is Rob Gordon. 5th is Lance Raptoy. Kevin Booten bogged down in traffic. They're running side by side right in front of him. He's got no place to go as he waits for things to develop out in front. He can't let the leaders get too far away. McClatchy in the 70 leads by 2 car lengths. Again, he appears loose headed to 2, but gets a good drive off of 2, and he leads by a car length over Donor. Donor follows in line. It's 2 car lengths from Donor back to the 43 of Josh Terry. Rob Gordon trying to stick down on the inside line and take 3rd away and get into that position of the inside of Terry. Can't do it. Josh Terry holds on to 3rd for now. Rob Gordon is still 4th. Lance Raptoy is 5th. 6th is Brian Chris. 7th is car number 28 for Ryan Booten. And it's still 9th, Don Franklin. 10th, the 17 of Richie Turner. Turner actually is running in the 9th spot. Franklin is 8th. 10th is the 357 of Curtis Seymour. 11th is Rob Favreau. 12th is the 08 of Bordeaux. 13th would be John Booten. 14th is Kevin Booten in car number 25. But right now he is about the backstretch behind the 70 of McClatchy. And he's still bogged down in traffic. They're running side by side right in front of him. McClatchy hitting the binders, going to 1, and again you could see a puff of smoke come out of the back of that number 70 car when he gets on the brakes. A real test of race cars tonight, as this extra distance will really put a whole lot of pressure on these cars, and they're trying to deal with some extraordinary conditions tonight. The 70 of McClatchy's leading by 2 car lengths. Rick Donor still in that 2nd spot. Josh Terry hanging on to 3rd. Rob Gordon can't quite get there. He's 4th. Lance Raptoy is 5th. 6th is that 98 of Brian Chris. And then it's Ryan Booten in the 7th spot. Kevin Booten in car number 25 trying to follow Rob Favreau and then get around the outside of the 357 of Curtis Seymour. Kevin Booten in the 25 looks to the top of the racetrack. He's got a nose to the outside of the 22. Oh, look out, the 69 spins right in front of Booten, down to the inside of the infield, and everybody misses him. Franklin's down to the infield. It's going to bring out a yellow. Got a lot of work to do.
You're right.
But he's got 39 laps to work with still. That's a lot of laps. He can do it. Here they come into turn number 4 down the front stretch. Green flag. Donor trying to hang on the outside. Oh, look at Rob Gordon. Gordon goes to the Gordon line up into turn number 1, and he just continues to flow off turn number 2. Look at the momentum he picks up. That was a good run into the turn as well for the 1 of Rick Donor on the outside. Although you can see McClatchy staying a little bit longer. Here they come, racing for the lead. It is still Jason McClatchy. Donor slides back down to the inside. Again, there goes Gordon. He works that 3rd line through the turn, and does he pick up a boost down the backstretch? It just catapults him. Oh, look at Josh Terry diving down to the inside of Rick Donor in turns 3 and 4. Josh Terry coming after him. Oh, he might have some contact. Off 4, Donor was sideways. Josh Terry coming through for the 2nd spot. Rick Donor coming back after him on the outside, but Terry wants to go to that outside line. Lance Raptoy, car number 11, the 98 of Brian Chris. Here comes Donor back to the inside, trying to perhaps get 2nd away. McClatchy checking out. Kevin Booten trying to get around the 22 of Rob Favreau. He's got his brother Ryan right in front of the 28. Favreau pushes up in 2. Booten had to hit the binders. They work around the 44N of Nolan, who goes down another lap on track as the field works past. Jason McClatchy leading. Josh Terry running in second. Third is Rick Donor. Fourth as they are 3 wide off of 2. Brian Criss in trouble. He's in the bunker. He's losing 1 spot, 2 spots, 5 spots, 10 spots, all the way towards the back of the 98. Oh, that was an ugly lap. He got stuck in the bunker, and it was not pretty. Brian Criss has been so good all race long, running top 10, right outside the top 5, and Nat has taken away his chance of winning. A bad trip through the bunker. Kevin Booten looking down to the inside of the 28 of Ryan Booten. He's half the front stretch behind Jason McClatchy, the leader. Booten is able to work that inside line and try to get into the 7th spot. But his brother's fighting back on the outside. Jason McClatchy leading off turn number 4. His lead is 5 car lengths at the line over Josh Terry. The 1 of Rick Donor continues to work in 3rd. 4th, Lance Raptoy. 5th, Rob Gordon. Gordon again gets a real good vault off the top of 2. He used the Gordon lane, and he's trying to work to the outside of Lance Raptoy. If he could only get that same type of momentum off of 4. I mean, look at this line that Gordon takes. 3rd lane, diamonds it out right to the top, and bam! Flying down the backstretch. Kevin Booten sizing up Richie Turner next, pulling up towards the back bumper. We're going to check the time this time around on the stopwatch. McClatchy at 20.1, Josh Terry at 19.9. Josh Terry was 0.2 of a second quicker. Fastest car on the racetrack, Kevin Booten. Kevin Booten turned a 19.8. He was 0.2 of a second faster than the leader that last lap. But he still has a number of cars that he's going to have to get around. 71 laps complete. 29 laps remain. Still a little bit longer than the normal distance for the Key RD Trailer Sales Renegade Division in one of their regular feature distance races. McClatchy is losing the pace a little bit. He's slowing down. Josh Terry is faster again. McClatchy at 20.1. Josh Terry at 20 flat. Rick Donor at 20 flat. The 2nd and 3rd place drivers are catching the leader. McClatchy is coming back to the 2nd and 3rd place cars. You look at the time as they cross the start-finish line, and again, McClatchy, this time it's a 19.9 and almost even for the first 3 cars. Almost even times for those front 3 cars. Here's Robert Gordon trying to get back around the 25. Josh Terry's looking to the outside. We've got good side-by-side racing all around the track. The 70 of McClatchy is leading, but that car might be going away. Kevin Booten is now in the 5th spot. Booten is up to 5th. He's got a clear track in front of him for a number of laps, but he might need a yellow flag to certainly get him back into contention. Let's check the time now that Booten's got a clear track in front of him. They'll work around some slower cars. The Junk is Beautiful 2 goes down yet another lap. Nolan in the 44N is also due to go down another lap. That last lap, Kevin Booten was again the fastest car on the racetrack. Booten turning a 19.9, a 1/10 of a second faster than anybody else on the track. But I really think he could use, if he could get a yellow flag, he would close some 20 car lengths on the rest of the top 4. I really think he's going to need a yellow to pull this one out, but he still has 24 laps to work with. The leader is Jason McClatchy. Josh Terry again looks to the outside. The times among the top 3 cars once again have equalized. For a few laps there, it was McClatchy who was fading back and Terry was faster. That last lap, Rick Donor was the fastest of the top 3 cars. Donor's car is coming back to life in the 1. Lance Raptoy in the 11 car still is 4th. The 25 of Kevin Booten, fastest again, 19.813. That was the fastest lap that Booten has turned the entire race. 19.813 for Kevin Booten. 0.2 of a second, 0.3 of a second faster than the leader that last lap. Josh Terry still looks to the outside. Rick Donor in car number 1, running in the 3rd spot, was loose off 2. He's going to lose a car length and a half to Josh Terry, who's in that 2nd spot. Lance Raptoy starting to close in. Kevin Booten closing in on the top 4 now. He can see them, but he's got 20 laps to work with. Lap number 80 goes up on the board. Can Kevin Booten race from the back of the pack to the front? I have to wonder how much. Whoa, we've got a yellow. We've got a tango over in turn number 1. A car hard into the wall. That's the number 23 of John Booten. The 22 of Rob Favreau. The 08 of Andrew Bordeaux appeared to get a piece. 80 laps complete. 20 laps remain. $1,100 on the line. Here they come off of turn number 4. Down the front stretch. Green flag. Rick Donor appeared to be a little loose on the restart going into turn number 4. Drifted up a little bit. But here is a new leader. It's Josh Terry in the 43 around the outside on the restart. He's got the lead going to 3 and 4. Josh Terry looking for his 2nd win of the season in the 43 to the outside of Jason McClatchy has the lead. Side by side racing behind them. It is the 70 of McClatchy in 2nd. Rick Donor runs in 3rd. Lance Raptoy is 4th. Tyler Terry on the outside. A number of laps down in that 44 car. Then you've got the 25 of Kevin Booten, who is running in the 5th position. Lance Raptoy in car number 11, trying to get to the outside of Rick Donor in the 1. Booten in car number 25, trying to work underneath. That is a lap car, a number of laps down, the 44 of Tyler Terry. The 43 out front is Josh Terry, and he is pulling away. Josh Terry, the fastest car on the chart, 19.8, a 1/10 of a second quicker than Jason McClatchy and Rick Donor. Booten looking underneath the 11 car, trying to get to the 4th position. There's going to be 84 laps complete. 16 laps remain for the 43 and Josh Terry. Jason McClatchy still in the 2nd spot. Rick Donor works in 3rd. Kevin Booten in the 25 trying to get underneath car number 11 and Lance Raptoy. This appears to be now Josh Terry's race. He is pulling away from Jason McClatchy. The lead is 10 car lengths. Booten is struggling to get past on the inside line. That car number 11 of Lance Raptoy. Perhaps Kevin would like to get that car to the top of the racetrack, but he has not been able to do so since the drop of the green flag on the restart. And now 14 laps remain for the 43 of Josh Terry. Josh Terry, lap by lap, inching closer to the biggest payday of his racing career. He's got an opportunity to take home $1,100 tonight. Here he comes off of turn number 4, continues to pull away. That previous lap was his fastest lap of the race. And that time by, again, he's a 1/10 of a second, almost 2/10 of a second quicker than everybody. He is checking out. We thought we were setting up for a fantastic finish, but Josh Terry is trying to ruin the fun. I'm sure it's okay with everybody that's in his fan club. A youngster out of Essex, New York, leading by almost half the backstretch now over Jason McClatchy in car number 70. Rick Donor in the 1 car. They try to get around Brandon Nolan in the 44N. Kevin Booten has cleared the 25, or the 11 rather. He is in that 4th position. Rick Donor in car number 1, trying to get past Jason McClatchy. McClatchy trying to hang on to the 2nd spot. I think he's bogging down the progress of some of the cars behind him at this point, as his car might be going away. And it appeared to be going away a little bit earlier in the race. Maybe it'll come back. Less than 10 laps remaining now for Josh Terry. Donor looks to the inside, going to turn number 3. McClatchy trying to hang on. Donor trying to come through on the inside line. McClatchy slams the one along the front stretch, trying to hang on to 2nd. Donor again trying to come through on the inside. McClatchy trying to fight back on the outside line. Bumping and banging for 2nd. Kevin Booten right behind him. He's got a tiptoe here. He doesn't want to get wrecked by the 2 cars that are racing right in front of him. Still at the line, it's McClatchy holding on to 2nd. Rick Donor trying to come through to the inside. He was sideways into 1 and 2. McClatchy gets a better run. Booten has no place to go in the number 25. This is Josh Terry's race. He's got a front stretch lead now over that battle for second. While they duke it out for second, Josh Terry is running away. Donor in the 1, trying to get underneath. The 70 of McClatchy has found some speed on the outside line. McClatchy trying to get to Metalman in the 2. He'll use that 2 car as a pick. Donor needs to get around along the front stretch. McClatchy will pinch him down going to 1 and 2. They still race. Now the McClatchy car right behind Metalman. It boxes up. Tyler Terry, a lap car, a number of laps down, still in the mix. Metalman trying to get out of the way with the 2. Now Rick Donor falling back behind Jason McClatchy as Tyler Terry is in there. 5 laps to go, less than 5 to go for car number 43. Now Kevin Booten is not going to be able to rally to win the big bucks. He's going to have a nice TV, but Josh Terry is in line for the big payday. Meanwhile, that race for second, it's Jason McClatchy, the 44, a number of laps down. Racing with some of the cars near the front. He's up to speed. Josh Terry in car number 43 has a gigundous lead. Either that or Butch Henry was signaling that he was about to give a big hug to somebody. The battle for that second spot. Jason McClatchy has it. He's racing with the 44 of Tyler Terry. You may not know that Tyler Terry 44 is a number of laps down. How about 3 wide? 3 wide for second now. Kevin Booten on the outside. Rick Donor down on the inside. 3 cars battling for second. Here comes Donor through. Lap car down on the inside. Donor had second on the line. Less than 2 laps remaining for Josh Terry in car number 43. Here he comes off of turn 4. Josh Terry has 1 lap to go. The race for second is still a darn good one. The 70 of McClatchy still hanging on to second at the line. Kevin Booten has no place to go with the 25. Your leader is in turn number 4. He could shut the car off right now and limp home for the win. $1,100 to Josh Terry in the 43. Here they come for second off turn number 4 down to the line. It is going to be Rick Donor. Rick Donor second. The 70 of Jason McClatchy is third. Then it's the 25 fourth, and the 11 finishes in the 5th spot. Rob Gordon in the H2O. So Josh Terry enjoys his victory lap around the Big A with car number 43. 11, Robert Gordon was 6th with the H2O. Then it was Richie Turner, Ryan Booten, Andrew Bordeaux, Don Franklin. As we go trackside, Robbie has our winner, Josh Terry.
Let's have a nice round of applause for Josh. He's out of the car. Josh Terry picks up the 100-lap win tonight. Josh, we talked over in the pits, and the strategy that you told me is exactly what happened. You said you were going to ride for 30 laps, and then after 30 laps, right at lap 80, you stepped on it, you got to the front, and you were flying away.
The car was unbelievable. But when we had them long green flag runs, it got tight in the center, but that second caution, the car was just unbelievable. I don't even know. I got to thank my crew. I got to thank everybody that helps me. All my sponsors, Smithfield Discount Liquor and Wine, Lorman's. Got to thank the vinyl guy, Mountain View Painting and Crafts, Wells Auto Repair, Adirondack Transmission. I just want to thank everybody.
Did you know you had so much car left late in the race? When you had that lap 80 restart, did you know you had that much left, or did it come more as a surprise to you that you were able to pull away by so much?
It was more of a surprise because I thought I used the car up and before that second caution there, but apparently not. Stayed pretty good.
Well, congratulations on the win. and enjoy the $1,000.
Thank you.
That's Josh Terry. He wins tonight. We'll talk to Rick Donor as well.